Hello. First of all, I want to really thank you for volunteering to be a poll greeter at early voting. Today's the first day of early voting, so now I have a better sense of what's happening at the polls because this is the first presidential election where there's been early voting, and it was a mob scene today at both locations. But of course, I think it's most likely going to taper off as we commence. Okay, so let me just explain. At the Lewis location, the Democratic Party is going to have a table, and that's right over, right where people enter to vote. And it's behind the 50-foot line because we can't go inside the 50-foot line and do any electioneering. And the line will be clearly marked. So they're there and they're not interacting with anybody. Their role is just to sit there and have people come to them. That's the policy of the 14th RD, is that they don't initiate any conversation with voters. We're not working, you guys are not working for the 14th RD, so we're not subject to those rules. However, we don't want to be too aggressive. So what I did was today is I just walked, there was a long line, and so I walked along the line and just had my palm cards there so they could see and said, hi, hi, thank you for voting. Some people are very unfriendly and they won't look at you. But if somebody looks, there were people that actually didn't know, about that I was running, or who they were voting for. So if they show an interest, you can just offer them, or just say 14th RD House and see if anybody wants the cards. If it doesn't seem appropriate to do that, you can also just stand visibly with the Claire for Delaware t-shirt and look friendly. Okay. And please remember to bring a chair and some water or whatever snacks you need. At the Midway location, it's a little more restricted because the Midway location is between the T-Mobile and the Midway Cafe, and the line goes along the sidewalk and it roped around all the way over to where Shrimpies used to be, where Palm Beach Club now is, or whatever it's called. And the same thing there. There wasn't a table, so our volunteers had set up their chairs like right off to one side of the sidewalk. And again, what I did was I just walked along. I walked back and forth, kind of like waving to people and having my palm card available if anybody wanted it. Saw a lot of friends, so it was really fun. So I would recommend doing that. So the key is, what I'm trying to say is, don't be too aggressive because people are, they're there to vote and they don't want to be accosted. But on the other hand, they might need information, and it's going to be, not just Democrats, it's going to be, everybody, including Trump voters. So just play it by ear and see whether you want to just walk through and, wave and say, thanks for voting and 14th RD, or whether you just want to stand with the palm cards, or sit with your shirt. So either way, I really, really appreciate it. Um, just remember that you cannot wear your Claire for Delaware t-shirt into the polling location if you have to go in there to use the restroom. So you might want to bring a cover up. And you can give people the palm cards, and they can't have them out in the polling location, but they can certainly have them tucked into their pocket or pocketbook. Okay? So I hope that all makes sense, and thank you very much.